staying put and I'm not going anywhere this time because did you know that right here in Metro Manila lies all the various eco-sites, all worthy to be visited by everyone? Yes! And we don't have to go far to rediscover the city's eco-site and meet the local eco-warriors. I'm Ruby. Join me as I go around Metro Manila. Metro Manila, or the National Capital Region of the Philippines, is the seat of government and the most populous region, composed of 16 cities and 1 municipality, with Quezon City as the most populous and largest city in the terms of land area. Quezon City is the home to La Mesa Eco Park. Considered the lungs of Metro Manila with its lush vegetation and the Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife. This park is home to many rescued endangered species.
Unang-una, itong Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center, this is the only proclaimed protected area in the entire National Capital Region.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, this is under the National Integrated Protected Area Systems Law.
Okay.
So as a protected area, ibig sabihin niya, this place harbors different species of plants, trees, and animals. Na
They're all here in the park.
They're all here in the park na kailangan ng mga conservation measures.
Right. What are the varieties of trees do we expect to see in the park?
Madami kasi nung last na inventory namin, nasa mga around 4,000 trees ang nandito sa loob.
Okay.
And that covers around mga 200
different species.
Pero yun na nga, dahil marami nang dumaan na bagyo, nabawasan na yung mga trees na nandito, lalo na yung mga malalaki na puno na pinagsak. So we are planting again, pero we are not just planting any species of tree. Ang focus namin is to plant native species of trees.
I see.
So this is a 23-hectare park, and you can imagine there are already 31 different species of birds in
That's
such a
right.
small area.
That's right. That's why it's called the Wildlife Park.
That's why it's
Wildlife
called the
Center.
Wildlife Center.
Any other species of animals in the park?
Dun sa Wildlife Rescue Center, marami dyan na, of course, we have reptiles, mammals, birds, etc.
Okay.
Kung hindi nyo pa napapansin, meron tayong isang Philippine Eagle na nandito din sa amin.
Yes. What's your message to people visiting the Wildlife Center?
Ang lagi namin pinapaalala dun sa mga namamasyal, unang-una, huwag tayong magkalat ng basura.
Yes, that's number 1.
And then another thing is yung mga nakikita natin dito sa loob ng mga animals, lalo na yung mga nasa cage, huwag natin silang ibuli.
Yes.
Kasi yung mga yan ay inaalagaan, and then eventually baka i-release namin ulit yan sa wild.
Dr. Risa, you are one of the veterinarians here at the Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center.
Yes, ma'am.
And I understand this is also home to rescued endangered species.
Yes, ma'am.
What is this program all about?
Okay, so basically, we have a wildlife rescue center here inside the Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center. We're really not so much of a home as in a forever home, but we're more of a temporary shelter for these kinds of wildlife. Okay,
For
this-
rescued.
Yes, for rescued species, wildlife species. Now, our main objective really is to rescue them, we rehabilitate them, and then those that are found fit that they would be able to survive in their natural habitat, we release them back or we bring them back into their natural habitat. So that's what we do inside the rescue center.
How many rescued wildlife do we have here inside the park?
At the moment, we're housing more than 1,000 individual animals, and that ranges from about 100 species, 100 different species.
100 different,
Yes.
that's a lot.
Yes, that's a lot. And I'm talking only about the animals that are found in the cages. We have more wildlife species that are found free-ranging, free-flying inside the Ninoy Aquino Parks and Mall.
What's the importance of this wildlife to the biodiversity?
Okay. Parati po nating sinasabi, each individual animal plays a major role inside our ecosystem.
That's right.
So when a wrong thing happens or anything that happens to one part of it affects the entirety of the ecosystem.
That's right.
So,
it's not balanced.
Mawawalan po definitely ng balance. Kaya po hanggat maaari, we do not take them out of their natural habitats and just put them in our homes. So, sana maunawaan lamang po ng lahat ng tao na ito pong mga hayop na naandito po sa loob ng center namin ay pinipilit po naming ma-rescue, i-rehabilitate at ibalik sa kanilang natural habitat na sana po at pag naibalik namin ay wala na po ulit huhuli, kukuha or ibebenta.
Now, one of the highly urbanized cities in the Metro Manila is Pasig, home to the Pasig River, who is continuously being monitored and maintained to be clean. The business hub Ortigas, high-rise residential units, and oh yes, an eco-site, otherwise known as Pasig Rainforest Park. Tucked inside my Bunga Pasig is this 8-hectare park that is home to a forest reserve, aviary and mini zoo, butterfly pavilion, natural playground for kids, and a water park. Built in 1977, the Pasig Rainforest Park was intended to balance the city's modernization and instill in its residents the beauty of nature, caring for the environment, and laid-back living. We love Pasig!
Go, go, LPG Tricycle, go! LPG Tricycle Kit. LPG Tricycle. Dual power na. No power loss at downtime pa.
Metro Manila is the home base of many NGOs and foundations who work day and night to ensure that the laws work to protect the environment. Kalikasan, the People's Network for the Environment, is network of people's organization, non-governmental organization, and environmental advocates. As the National Coordinator for Kalikasan, what's the purpose of the organization?
Kalikasan PNE was formed to address environmental issues in the Philippines, giving primacy to people's interest and welfare at its core.
Okay, and do you have any particular or major environmental issue that you're dealing with right now?
Right now, the issue of large-scale mining is our main focus on our campaign. Dito kasi nakikita natin yung napakalawak, so massive environmental degradation and destruction and pollution in our communities.
As it aims to address environmental issues, people, especially in the grassroots level, are also taken into consideration as they are the ones who are also burdened. What happens if there's mining in an area? Anong nangyayari? Give us an idea.
Yeah, yung ating mga kabundukan, no, inaalis yung mga lupa dyan, yung ating mga kagubatan, kinakalbo, tapos pag nagpo-proseso na yan, tinatambak nila yung mga napakaraming basura doon sa ating mga ilog. Dulot nito ay nagkakaroon ng matinding pollution sa mga ilog, sa dagat, nawawala yung ating mga hayop at halaman, at sa kabuhayan ng mga kapatid
Locals.
nating katutubo at mga magsasaka, ay bumababa yung kanilang mga huli o di kaya lumilikas na sila doon sa kanilang mga lugar dahil sa pagpupumilit ng mga malakihang pagmimina. Kinukuha yung kanilang mga lupain.
Now, ang lahat ba ng pagmimina, ganyan ang effect nila? Or there are different kinds of mining?
May iba't ibang pamamaraan ng pagmimina, pero itong malakihang pagmimina, ito yung sinasabi nating pinakamatindi. Massive distraction, massive pollution, no, sa hangin, sa tubig. At dumudulo ito doon sa kalusugan ng mga tao, pati na yung kabuhayan nila. Ngayon, ano ba yung dapat gawin? Yung mga komunidad, dahil sila yung pangunahing naapektuhan, ay dapat mag-organisa at kumilos para tutulan din ito. No? They need to ask demands and protect their rights kahit nandiyan yung pagmimina.
Ano pong area here in the Philippines na malaki yung mining na activities, and what are you doing, your kalikasan group? What are they doing to actually help the locals in that area?
Ruby, halos lahat, no? Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
May
Pero ang
mining.
pinakamatindi ngayon sa Cordillera, sa Nueva Vizcaya, sa Mindanao, sa Caraga Region,
So it's
Agusan,
all over.
at South Cotabato. Ang ginagawa ng kalikasan ay tumutulong sa mga komunidad na mag-organisa, pag-aralan at tignan kung ano yung epekto ng pagmimina dun sa kanilang lugar, at turuan silang kumilos, no? Makipagdialogo sa gobyerno, magbarikada dun sa komunidad nila para protektahan yung kanilang karapatan, pati na yung kalikasan. Yung pagprotekta po sa ating kapaligiran, sa ating kalikasan ay tungkulin nating lahat. Responsibilidad po natin to, at sa paggawa ng pagtatanggol sa ating kapaligiran, dapat po ay nasa gitna ang interes ng mga mamamayan. Ang sabi po namin, the struggle for the environment is a struggle for the people.
Conservation and preservation of the environment and living species do not only apply in the provinces where most animals live, but protection also applies here in Metro Manila. PAWS, or Philippine Animal Welfare Society, is the one upholding the protection of all living animals from all acts of cruelty. You are the director for the Philippine Animal Welfare Society. What's the mission of PAWS?
Well, the mission of PAWS is to prevent animal cruelty through education, lobbying, campaigns, and we also run an animal shelter wherein we take victims of cruelty or neglect and file criminal charges against their animal offenders.
Okay.
And so we make sure that we are able to rehome them into loving homes so that they can have a second chance at a good life.
Upholding the Animal Welfare Republic Act 8485 to ensure the safety of all animals residing in the country. You work to protect the animal welfare around the country, like Waku, the dog from Samar. How do you do it? And how have you empowered the Filipinos to be vigilant?
Well, first off, they need to know that there is a law because not too many people know that animal cruelty is a crime. So when we hear of cruelties like
What happened to Waku?
what happened to Waku, his upper snout was chopped off by a cruel man, we said we should file criminal charges. So there was a witness, we helped him file an affidavit, and we informed the people in the area that this is a crime and this is unacceptable in our society. So case is now ongoing, and I think even if the justice system takes so long, you just have to keep at it and make sure that people know that you are always ready to uphold the law and
Right.
will do whatever it takes.
All forms of cruelty to animals punishable by the law, and PAWS make sure that justice is served. You are campaigning not to support animal shows or marine shows, marine animal shows. What is this all about?
Specifically marine parks or any show that features wild animals for
So
entertainment.
it's the overall park, not just the show itself.
Yes, anything that uses wild animals, because wild animals, we have the perception, there's a tendency that we want to make them like pets, like our
Yes.
dogs and cats. But
Right.
the thing is, they're very different from dogs and cats. They're not domesticated animals, so they need to live with others of their own kind. They need their natural habitat.
The
Without that,
environment.
yeah, without that, they don't live very long. If in captivity they live a maximum of 30 years.
Instead of longer?
The average whale or dolphin or orca will live for as long as 60 years in the wild.
So it's half.
It's almost half. And the sad thing is, in a marine park here in the Philippines, the recent death of Tonka, that's their orca.
The latest incident.
Yeah, that orca died at 15 years old. When they got here, that orca was just an adolescent marine mammal. So we're very saddened about it, and it just goes to show that captivity kills.
Not only does PAWS fight for the rights of animals like dogs, cats, horses, carabaos, they are now head-on collision together with Earth Island to stop animal and marine shows. In your campaign, you suggested to keep these animals in the wild. What's the relationship with the environment? Is there an ecosystem involved if you take them in the wild? What's your take on that?
Wild animals should really be kept in the wild, especially these marine mammals. Many of them are cornerstone species, meaning that if you remove one species just to make them perform for the public, even just one member of their pod, something is robbed from nature.
Okay.
And when you do that, everything else falls apart. In the wild, they can live up to 60 years old. In captivity,
Half.
that's half, just
Yes.
30. That's the documented one. And in this recent development in the news, Tonka died and he was just 15.
15. Tonka is an orca.
Tonka is an orca, and it is the
was
last
an orca.
remaining performing orca in ocean adventure. Keeping marine mammals in captivity causes them depression. They're highly intelligent. In fact, their intelligence level ranks one of the highest in the animal kingdom, next only to primates. And even they're the ones that can really read hand signals.
Wow.
That's why it makes them easy for the humans to
perform.
train.
That's right.
But then again, we tell people if they really love dolphins, if they really love marine mammals, then they shouldn't watch a dolphin show.
Kalikasan and PAWS are just two of the eco-warriors in the metro. There are hundreds and thousands of them working to protect the environment and all living creatures. Work and support their cause.
There's always a tendency for us, when we see something beautiful, we want to keep it and
Take it home.
Yeah, take it home, appreciate it there. But as your show shows the audience, the best things are in nature.
That's right.
Let's never tamper with nature because the way God made it, there's nothing wrong with that. And we should keep them wild, we should keep them free, and we should keep to our role as stewards of God's creation.
I hope that this campaign creates more awareness about the availability of dogs and cats and animals in need of love and forever homes, and the fact that they can get them at PAWS. They can go and adopt and do something not just for the dogs or the cats, but for themselves as well.
Going around the metro, I discovered not one, but two Do Good, Do Green projects being done by citizens. The first one takes to heart recycling plastic and putting it into good use by creating plastic chairs.
The CPAG stands for Social Institute for Poverty Alleviation and Governance.
Okay.
And sa advocacy namin is to clean our river system. So, nagde-dredging kami, nagko-coastal cleanup kami. And then sa mga paglilinis namin, ang isa sa nakikita naming problema is yung garbage na plastic.
Yes,
So yung garbage na plastic, so we collect it and then we converted it to a product na yung school chairs.
Okay.
So lahat ng mga nire-reject ng mga junk shops, yung mga plastic bags, first packaging, mga plastic candy wrappers, yun naman
Candy
ang
wrap. Gold
ginagamit
mine
namin.
nyo.
Gold mine sa amin yun.
How about mga shampoo sachet?
Yes, yung mga
Ganon.
shampoo sachet, yung mga coffee sachets,
Yes,
yun,
yes.
yun ang mga kinukuha namin at kinokollect namin to the point na yun, ginagawa namin siyang product yung school chair.
Located in Barangay Ilaya in Las Piñas, the Villar Foundation is recycling plastic waste into armchair to be distributed in schools around Metro Manila. What is the technology being used here and what is the overview of the process?
Yeah, actually, last year, si Senator Cynthia Villar, pumunta siya sa Davao. And then may isang plastic company doon na may introduce sa kanya na equipments na to the point na from step by step, from sorting, from crushing the plastic into smaller pieces, then from cleaning and rinsing the plastic waste, ano siya, na-melt namin hanggang ma-produce namin siya into school chair. So yung equipment na yun, nanggaling sa Davao yun.
Yung
Na
technology.
Yes, nabisita ni mismo ni
And
Senator
in-adapt nyo
yun.
dito sa Las Piñas.
Yes.
So basically, these plastics are household plastics.
Household plastics, so, yung mga, basta yung everyday na nakikita natin sa ating bahay, di ba? Bumili ka ng namalengke ka.
May
Yung
plastic.
yung isda, hindi naman kagad ilalagay sa dyaryo yan eh. So ilalagay siya sa
It used to be like that.
It used to be like that. Pero ngayon, nilalagay siya sa plastic,
Sa
na yung
plastic.
clear plastic. So,
Yes.
doon pa lang, yung mga plastic na yun yung kinokollect naman talaga namin.
Ayun na yung kinokolekta
Yes.
natin. They get the plastic from garbages and a large part of it comes from the garbage in Freedom Islands. Nakita ko nga, it's it's heavy. Kala ko, very light. Parang ang wood.
Parang wood.
Parang wood siya.
Yung old school na look niya, yun ang
Yes.
inadapt namin. Kasi para
Yes.
siyang, pag nakita mo yung molde namin, kung saan pag na-melt na yun, nilalagay namin yung mold, sa molde. Pagka dinimold namin, para siyang Lego, part by part, ina-assemble pa namin.
Na formed na siya.
Formed na siya.
Yes, so far, how many chairs have you
Yeah.
actually
Since
made?
last year, 1 year pa lang to
So,
eh.
1 year pa lang
pa lang
siya.
siya. So meron na kami nabuo about 1,500 pieces and we already donated about 1,000 pieces sa different
Areas.
cities and provinces.
na schools?
Schools as far as Isabela and Tacloban. We have 10 workers. Nakakaproduce kami ng about 10 chairs a day.
10 chairs a
So
day.
for a month, times 26, that's 260 a month.
The second of its kind recycling program in the country, the Las Piñas plant can produce around 1,000 chairs a month. 40 kilos of mixed soft plastics such as food wrappers are needed to make a chair. Do you have a way to connect with you, or are you expecting anything from other schools to participate in your program?
Actually, kaya nga namin ibinibigay ito sa katabing city namin sa Las Piñas, sa Parañaque, sa Bacoor, sa Muntinlupa, is to promote na talagang kailangan na mag-segregate. Ngayon, binibigay namin ito sa school na ini-encourage namin yung school na, for example, mag-collect sila ng 40 kilos of plastic. In return, magbibigay kami ng isang
So
school
40
chair.
kilos of
Yes,
plastic
40 kilos of plastic.
and one chair.
One school chair.
One school chair. So, ano ba yung effect or ano ba yung problema if we don't recycle the plastic? Kasi, you know, this is not really new.
Yeah.
It's just that we are campaigning for the recycling of the plastic.
Yeah, ulitin ko lang kasi once na definitely ang plastic hindi matutunaw yan for even 100 years. So nandyan siya for 100 years. So
And that's what's causing all this climate change and global warming problems.
isa yan sa cause ng nagka-clog sa ating mga drainages to the point na kapag nag-clog sa drainages natin at pumunta sa river system natin yan, makikita mo siya lumulutang-lutang sa
Yes. Recycling is one solution to cleaning the environment, and another group is doing its share by teaching people how to clean the air through biking. You are campaigning for bikeability in Metro Manila and also bike-friendly Philippines. What is bikeability?
Bikeability for example, if we go with Wikipedia, is defined as the extent to which an environment is conducive for biking.
Making a city bikeable is one of the best way to improve climate change.
People can bike easily, they feel safe.
Now, how could we make the city bikeable? What's the advantage of doing such?
There are many ways to make a city bikeable. One would be, of course, the streets, where some people need to feel that they are safe, where not threatened. So some people are pushing for bike lanes.
That's right.
Some people are pushing for share the road, wherein you just, put, there's a line.
A designated,
Yes, a designated lane.
Okay.
So, and then others will say, of course, where there's shaded trees.
Okay.
Because, you don't want to...
So you enjoy the
Exactly.
the experience.
The experience is good. You don't feel too hot. Because I have biked in a place where there's lots of trees and it's very nice. You
Right.
don't feel too hot, right? And then of course when there's traffic, no traffic,
That's right.
no traffic congestion, you don't feel threatened by
And the pollution.
huge buses. Yes, exactly. When there's no cars, it means there's no air pollution.
Walking or biking does not leave any carbon footprint in the air because there's no gasoline, steam, or any smoke pollution emitted in the air.
So what will it be like to be biking one whole day of
No cars
no
in Metro
cars,
Manila.
clean air, no
Yes.
traffic, happy
Yes.
people,
Yes.
happy, healthy people.
That's right.
And economy will be good because cyclists can stop easily to eat at shops and that will
Bonding
be
with family and
bonding. Exactly.
friends.
So for the social aspect of biking, it's going to be very good. In fact, we are going to be able to experience that one day
Yes.
because we're gearing up for the first National Bicycle Day, which will be held on November 23 this year.
This year, so
This
November
year.
23rd, we're having that one
Our
day in
very
Metro Manila.
Our very first National Bicycle Day. So not just in
Metro
Metro
Manila.
Manila, but even Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
That's
So
great.
Exactly, in Luzon, we're hoping to have, of course, the 17 cities of Metro Manila.
That's right.
And then Central Luzon will have Pampanga and the neighboring cities.
That's right.
And then in Visayas, we'll have Iloilo City.
Okay.
And then in Mindanao, we have Davao City.
Davao.
So this is all very
So-
exciting.
Yes, so we're going to do this simultaneously,
A simultaneous ride nationwide.
nationwide.
Luzon,
So
Visayas, and Mindanao.
biking is not only a good exercise and economical, but it also is the best and fastest way to clean the air. If all people bike, how would it best benefit the environment?
You know what? First and foremost, if everyone was biking, that would mean we would have cleaner air. Totally, the bicycle has zero emission for toxic fumes. Zero.
No traffic.
And no traffic. Everyone's complaining about the traffic situation. Imagine if everyone was on their bicycles. There would be no traffic congestion, no cars to be dealing with, no
That's right.
noise pollution.
That's right, and we'll be much healthier.
I'd like to tell everyone that let the first option for moving from point A to point B, let it be the bicycle. One, the bicycle is a good form, a sustainable form of transportation, and it's good for the health, it's good for the environment, and let's really be more conscious about how we care for our earth. If everyone would bike, everyone would be happy and healthy, and our country would also be saving a lot of money in terms of wear and tear for infrastructure of the streets. So let's all be more conscious and let's ride our bicycle.
There are so many things to improve the present state of our environment. First, let's plant more trees to clean the air, prevent floodings, reforest the mountains for all other species. Second, let's stop all forms of cruelty, respect all life forms, just like Mahatma Gandhi said, the greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Third, conserve and recycle all your trash. continue to reuse all your things and make good use of it. Last, learn how to bike, because not only will you live a healthier life, you would give the environment the greatest favor, and that is clean the air. I'm Ruby, reminding you that it's never too late to do something good for the environment.